Okay, so I do believe that we're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Here comes the TikTok in just a second. Fuck you. I don't really like the setup on this one that much. Flip. Go live. Okay, we're live on everything. We're live, baby. We're live. Living, on a Friday on planet Earth. So here we have a black gesso. It was originally white canvas. We fixed that problem with black gesso. And here we have a walnut oil. I'm just gonna spread that around. And I want it to be fairly wet. This stuff's just more fun when it's wet. Terrible. Anyways, so let's get this oil applied to canvas. So if you don't know, this is supposed to be like a moon. Maybe not our mood, because I'm not an artist, remember. I'm just a dude that paints things in his garage for fun. I don't know if everybody's watching. Okay if you're not. I won't hold it against you when I see you next. Just getting it oily. That's our newest dog, Josie, out there barking at something. Don't know if you can hear it, but that's what she's doing. As I continue to spread this walnut oil all over the canvas, even right up here. The whole thing's pretty slick. That's what we want, though, because I don't want to have to use all my paint just to cover this thing. Okay, now let's get a big brush. Clean and dry. This one ought to work. And we'll just sort of just spread that around. That way it's not too heavy of a coating. And plus side to that is it probably conditions this brush, which I'm sure needs it. I don't clean them very well normally. Okay. So we have all of our oil in place. Now we can start to apply paint. It's a thing to do when you're painting. Definitely want to have some paints. So I have several different colors. We have dioxazine purple. Take some of that. We'll just put it on our little glass palette over here. TikTok, sorry you can't see that. Other platforms, you can probably see me over here standing over something. over something. Squeezing tubes of paint. Okay. Now we have Prussian blue. I like Gamblin artist oil color paints because I guess they cost more than the other stuff. Not really. No, but they seem to like the colors are a lot richer. Like I guess there's a higher pigment load in these paints than like say like a student grade where you're just like okay. I think those are the two colors I had in mind for the sky. And what brush to use? I think we'll use a 1 inch. And actually we'll use two 1 inch brushes. I'll try to find the ones with the softest bristles. I don't know. It's tough call sometimes. This one's fairly soft. Practically new with the damn dogs. Chew up everything I get. Sorry, just lamenting about all the shit stuff. I mean, dogs have chewed up here. See, if I was Bob Ross, I'd cut to a clip of a dog chewing my stuff up, but luckily I don't have that or video production capabilities. I'm sure you can't see any of the paint I'm putting in here right now, but I think it's going on the canvas. You can kind of see it a little bit. Now we'll switch over to our other brush, and this one is Prussian blue. Now, even if I don't put clouds in, and then the clouds is how we're going to get color to show on this. We're going to, when we apply white paint, make sure, I don't know if anyone will ever try to paint this, but don't put your color in the white spot here, because this is a Prussian blue I'm using right now. And we'll just kind of switch back over to the purple. Come and go as we want. See, now Bob Ross would have never used dioxazine purple. I don't know why. He would have used alizarin crimson probably, and phthalo blue and Prussian blue probably for this, but I don't know if that really matters. You know, sometimes I go to see, and I got a little piece of the color there. That's the purple over the top of white. See, this is a transparent paint too, and we want to be able to see the black from behind it, but we don't want to like, you know, kill that effect. So that's why we're using transparent paint. Like I said, if you're trying to paint along at home, which I'm sure nobody watching this is trying to do, you're just here to laugh. So this is where, you know, if I was a stand-up comedian, I'd bust out some jokes, but I'm not one. That doesn't mean I can't be funny, though. Okay, I'm just loading that brush for the next time I deploy it to the canvas. It's like we're attacking the paint. We're attacking the canvas with our paint and brushes here. That appeals to our Black Rifle coffee drinkers out there. Hey man, that's my favorite fucking brand of coffee. Don't knock it. I've never tasted it. It could be good coffee. I mean, I don't know. I've never actually seen anybody. I mean, there's a store, a brick and mortar store near us of that brand, but I've never been into it. Never like, oh, let's stop there because they had some cool YouTube videos, y'all. Never thought that before. And this brush is already loaded. Can't forget the loading of the brush. And you want to just like do little X's here. Get that color up. everywhere. Now this purple's pretty dark. It's kind of running there. We'll just sort of just wipe that off. We don't want too much purple in our moon soup here, because we're gonna, I don't know how we'll do clouds around there. We'll figure something out along the way. Don't worry. If you're worried, just don't do it. It doesn't help anything in your life to worry excessively. Now that doesn't mean you can't think about stuff and like come up with plans. I'm not saying that. Just don't worry about the shit. Because generally it has a way of working itself out. And a lot of times it's not according to plan. But other times when you have a plan, it really helps. So I see the points of planning. Planning makes your impromptu stuff go a lot better. Okay. I think this is the purple color, but it's probably got, no, this is the blue. How's that look? It's finished, right? I'm kidding, I'm joking. I'm just over here to take a sip. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of cloud cover we're going for here yet. There's a lot of lights in here. Is it too much glare? Is there too much glare on it, like on any of the platforms? I don't know. It's kind of standing here. It's a little glary, but we'll come back through some more purple. We got a lot of that on the palette, so we might as well use it. And we'll kind of bring the sky down to like right here. But we're going to put some of these colors so the horizon sort of will like blend, if that makes sense. It's kind of, I mean, right now it looks dark because I got some oily mess on here, so you really can't tell what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to put color. It'll make sense here in a minute. You're like, oh, that's a little bit cooler than what he was doing. Soak up all this Prussian blue and just dabble it around. I don't know if dabble it around is a precise term for what I'm doing here, but something along those lines. And we'll clean that brush. We'll keep the purple one soiled with the purple, if you will. See, I'll show it to you. I don't know, it's got a lot of purple on it. It's okay though. It'll come in handy somewhere in the process here. So we're just swirling this around in, well, I use, once again, a Gamma product, Gamsol. This is the, I use this because this is the least offensive smelling mineral spirit I found. And if I can figure out how to remove the VOCs from it myself, I just buy it from the hardware store, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know if they like filter it through charcoal or something, distill it, or what, but like if you get, I have other brands of, like even like the Weber, like terpenoid, I think it's called. It still has the smell to it. It's not terrible, but you can smell it. Okay. So down here in the bottom area, we're going to use some ultramarine violet, and we also have phthalo green, but we'll probably wait till we get our waves going to mess with that. So we'll just keep this handy. And then the black, we'll probably need that. So up next up, let me find my softest. Ooh, that one's pretty soft feeling. Oh, let's see. That one's very good. Sorry, I'm just kind of taking an inventory of my 2-inch brush situation here before we start our clouds. I'm just trying to make a nice painting. So having a good brush handy is helpful. And the Bob Ross 2-inch brushes are good. Definitely good, but I need to buy some new ones probably because some of the brushes have like paint stuck in them. And that's my fault. I didn't clean them right. I'll own that mistake. I may try some. I mean, that softens it up quite a bit. The Gamsol breaks it down. I used walnut oil on it. Let's just kind of give us a blend here. Stay away from our moon. We'll just spread this around some. Ooh, got a little purple in the moon. Just wipe that away. No problem. No mistakes, y'all. Just, happy accidents. We'll probably turn that into some some sort of shadow effect in a little while. Yeah, we'll see. But we're about to start the clouds. So let's kind of just think about how we want our clouds. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta put some paint on there and see what pans out. And we're using titanium white for this next step. We'll start with a 1-inch brush, and if we don't like it, we'll switch brushes. And that's the beauty of it. If you don't like something, you just switch it up. Even if it looks like crap, you can still switch it up. If you're not happy with it, just switch it up. Hey, bro, you like that TV show you're watching? Nah, man, it sucks. Well, switch it up, bro. You got a job you don't like? Switch it up, man. Easier said than done, though. I don't know who I'm talking to, other than myself. Okay. So let's just start with the easy one back over here somewhere, just to kind of get a feel of how our colors are going to play out here. And we'll just, I don't know how that's gonna play out. Okay. This next step, we're going to need a clean dry brush. So I'm using that same brush from a moment ago. Just kind of just squeezing the thinner from it. Now I'm trying to get it all back in my little paint can here. This is what I keep the paint thinner in, right here. A little paint setup. Bought that at the hardware store. I used to use a Bob Ross little bucket, but a dog chewed the lid or something. I don't know. So once again, I'm back on them dogs chewing my stuff. Part of the story. And I don't know why I set that brush back in the thinner. Anyways, sometimes you just gotta beat the crap out of it until it minds you. And we'll just clean that on the paper towel. I don't know if I like this bristol softness though. That was probably our best bet. That was not bad. So we're going to use, this is actually a 2.5-inch brush. Not a Bob Ross, this is a Bill Alexander brush. magic brush, actually, is what it's called if you wanted to buy one. And I actually prefer this one over the Bob Ross, but only have one of this brush. But the bristles have held up quite a bit better than the Bob Ross brand ones have. Maybe it's, and they're not as tight in there, the bristles, but it does what I need it to, so I don't complain. Just shake our stuff out of there. If you want to do it like that, you can. And we'll just kind of fluff her now. Give it some fluff. Fluffy like a Hollywood movie. Ain't nothing to it. Okay. So you see how that, there's blue, there's purple, and there's blue. So which is kind of cool. Yeah, this is just one I thought of while because I've been thinking about painting for a while, but it's been so hot I haven't had like the gumption to come out here and just like sweat my freaking whole body out in water. So it's nice. I'm glad summer's over now. Hopefully. It's been a long one. Okay. So on this next one, we might play around with a fan brush. Let's just do it. Don't talk about it, be about it, bro. Fan brush it. And we'll see how it does. I'm loading a lot of wet paint on this one. And this one, I'm going to say it starts right here, and we'll just keep it moving. He's not a big cloud. He's just a wispy little thing. Okay. I think we got all the paint off that. You know, this stuff costs money. I don't want to be wasting it now. Okay. Yeah, this one's not completely dry. Let's just wipe it on some paper towel here. Get all the excess color out. Ooh, it's nice and soft now. Let's just do it. Swirl it around. Just move around with it. I'll keep it in one spot. Okay. And that brush again. And I think, let's back up a little bit and take a look from over here. I think I like that. I think I like it. Some nice cloud action. What do you think about the purple? I mean, nobody's watching anyways, I don't think. Are they? Are you watching on TikTok or on Facebook? Which picture looks better, TikTok or Facebook? But Facebook's got like better, like which one's got better audio? Well, then how do you know Facebook doesn't look better than TikTok? No, I'm just joking. I'm not being serious. I'm just over here cracking wise. Now for this area here, you can't use the white because it's going to look goofy. So I'm going to have to, you think I'll put some clouds in front of the moon, you think? I'm thinking so. Just kind of like, chill it out a little bit. Maybe up around the top of it, actually. What I'm thinking. So for that, let's get a small fan brush. I've got one right here at the ready, and we don't want it to be completely opaque. So we're going to use chromatic black. Okay. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? It's a transparent black. I like it. If you're using Bob Ross paints, it's a midnight black, I think is what he calls it. But Gamblin, it's called chromatic black. Now, I think with Bob Ross, he uses alizarin, or he used whatever. The paint consists of alizarin crimson and phthalo blue. This is quinacridone red and phthalo emerald. For whatever that's worth, Sleep. Think about that while you're laying in bed at night trying to go to sleep. And that dude said it's not exactly the same. Anyways, terrible. But we'll just kind of put some of this chromatic black on the paintbrush. And we're using a number 3 sized fan blender. Where are we doing this at? I think right here. Okay. Now, we can't just leave it at that. That's not the whole cloud. Okay. That's not the whole cloud. So don't think, hey man, that cloud sucks. We don't know that yet. It probably will, but we don't know that yet. Now, kind of just, it helps if you make sounds while you do it. Okay, I don't know if I like this one yet or not. Once again, we'll use this Bill Alexander magic brush. I think Bob Ross had the better market. I think Bob Ross had the better branding on his items because Magic Brush, Magic White, it's kind of silly sounding when you think about it. It's like, man, it's just a paintbrush. Well, how can it be magical? It's not magical. It's just a paintbrush. You know what I'm saying? So, that's one thing I'll give Bob Ross credit for. Like this brush is not called a magic brush. It's just a 2-inch background, which essentially is where you're going to use it the most. But you'll use it a lot of times for like making bushes and whatever, grass lines, stuff like that. But the magic brush, you can do anything. I'm just kidding, of course, but now we'll beat the brush senseless. And just to make sure it's dry, slap it around a few more times. Dry this off. Okay. And we'll come through here with this brush. Swirly dirlies. Now we'll switch over to the other side. We don't want to get that purple in our cloud action. Okay. Do you think this cloud needs some more purple in it? Now I got the black through there kind of, or do you think it needs purple? A little touch of purple? Now for that, I think I'll use this brush right here, it's got purple loaded on it. And what we'll do now is we'll come back through with our blender brush, background blender, whatever you want to call it, and we'll just kind of get that going. What do you think so far? Just squeezing the juice out of my paintbrush here. Thinner juice. What did that old boy just say? I'm just squeezing paint thinner from my paintbrush. Sweeten it. Just beat it like it owes you some money. And once again, we'll just I don't want too much purple in there. I don't know if that's enough though. I think that's good. We'll kind of just do a little action. I think we need some more. Maybe not. Maybe not. We don't want to take away from the water, I guess. Maybe just a little more right there. We'll just do like this. Okay. Step back. And now we're going to kind of need to figure out some things that are going on with it. Now then, so that color there, we're going to put some of this other color down now. Ultramarine violet. We need some of that on the bottom part. And I think we'll be needing some phthalo green. The phthalo green primarily will be here. So phthalo green in this area. Ultramarine violet coming down from here. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Either it'll look cool or it'll look lame. Or somewhere in between. So I guess that means we don't know how it's going to look. That's what it sounds like to me. We just don't know. It's a wait and see kind of thing. Okay. This brush is fairly clean. We'll start with the ultramarine violet. Just load it up. And there's always a dog at hand. Okay, the brush has got some stuff. Ultramarine violet. Ultramarine violet. Because we have to remember it's a full moon apparently in this painting. Now, we'll use a different 1-inch brush for the next little bit of paint. And this is phthalo green. Now I have some phthalo turquoise in here somewhere. I could probably add here and there just for cool effects. But I don't know. We'll see. Apparently this brush wanted to soak up all of the phthalo green. And we'll put that. You can kind of almost see the phthalo green. We don't want it all the way, but probably right here. The moon reflecting down on it. And we're just trying to scrub it in there. Scrub it in, scrub it in. Get that in there. Okay, we don't want to clean that brush yet. We'll just save it in case we need some more of that phthalo green effect, which we may, especially when we form our wave. Okay. Loading up some more of this ultramarine violet color. Put it around this. Okay. Ooh, might have took that a little bit too much up there. Is he going to bed or what? Bathroom, I guess. Probably not a bad idea. Okay. How many people are watching on the TikTok? Can you tell? I think there's 0 now. Facebook, I don't know. Yeah, we got 0 viewers. But it says people joined us. I don't know, I mean, how you're really supposed to. We got 1 now, it says. So I don't know. I'll get 1,000 so I can sell things on TikTok, he says. Okay, grab our filbert. Now for this one, we're going to use, we'll just use our black color, chromatic black, and we'll put on some purple. This is our wave, one of our wave crests here. Okay, and we're using a funky looking Bob Ross brush. So we have to think of this as a straight line. It's not necessarily, because we know the world's not straight. It's not flat, right? So it's probably got a slight curvature to it. It's like, not that you can really see that like on the horizon, but we'll pretend that you can. So where's our shore going to be? We're thinking shore. Now I want to put like a palm tree here, sort of. So maybe I need more clouds over here. Just to, yeah. Let's put, before we do that, let's put some clouds there. Let's do some cloud life. Okay, what brush? What brush? We'll just use. We got a span brush right here. Actually, let's use the 1-inch. Let's get all the paint thinner out of it. Clean that. Just get it nice and clean. Okay. Load her up with titanium white. Sorry, y'all, if I'm not painting fast enough for you. You know, it is what it is, right? Okay. So we're doing another cloud here. This one might be a little closer on the horizon. So we'll just make him a big dude. Like that. Toss that one back in there for the cleaning process to take place. And next we'll clean our big boy brush. Excuse me. Clean our big boy brush here. Slap it around. Get those bristles nice and clean, free of any dry oil paints or paint in general. And next we'll sort of just scrub it on a paper towel, and we have us a clean dry brush. For the next stage in the process, there's some sort of dog hair lint action. We'll just remove that before we blend this. Now, Bill Alexander would have called this the hypnotizing process. Hypnotizing. And that's kind of silly too, I guess. But sometimes it's fun to be silly. You know. No, can't knock it. Okay. We'll fluff this guy. Fluff him up. Fluff him up some more. Just fluff him. Clean our brush again. And we'll just come through here very lightly. I believe Bob Ross always refers to 2 hairs in some hair. That's what he says about this thing. But, you know, I'm not Bob Ross, so I don't say 2 hairs in some hair. We'll just do it like that. Kind of just blend it over the little cloud, little sleepy moving cloud. And that way you get like a little water effect below there. We'll blend that out right there. Okay. Now I only added that because I thought about it. I was like, if we're gonna do a silhouette of a palm tree, we're gonna need something to make it like, you know, to make it work. So, anyways, up next, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. And see, I'm sorry, but I'll be right back. Crap. Now begins the comedy section of